Hi everyone. So today I want to talk through the Indigo Alchemist Tarot. So this arrived, I won't show the other side because it's got my address and Heather's on it, and that's not cool. But I did love that she stamped this on the back of the box. I'll be honest, I already pre-opened this because the noise of opening stuff in videos is not something I really like very much, and I don't know how to edit it out yet, so I thought I would go ahead and just do that. But we can now just open this up and have a look from this perspective, which is so much more fun and satisfying than if you see me opening it. We're just opening it together this way. So this is the Indigo Alchemist Tarot. I love, ooh, there's it's wrapped in here. Wow, I love the velvet, the blue velvet bag. It's got like leather knotted ties, drawstring in there. I don't know what this fabric is. I love this so much. And I really love that that's how it's attached. It's attached to the bag with gold stitches. That's just stunning. Okay, so I'll pull this out. Oh, wow. So first we have her, it feels like these are loose inside of this. I love that she used paper bag and a wax seal. That's gorgeous. Really beautiful presentation. The universe is sending us messages, and through tarot we can decipher them all. Beautiful, and she signed it. I love that. I love that. Those of you who've seen some of my other videos know that like I enjoy reusing and recycling paper bags, and you know, like brown paper wrapping. So this is for me, this is very appealing. It's really exciting. I'm a little nervous to break the seal on this yet, so I am gonna just pull out the other stuff in here, which I could feel kind of rattling and moving around. I think that's everything. Yep. So there is a stone in here. It looks really dark. I think it looks like black tourmaline, maybe. Feels like black tourmaline. This is her, oh, here we go. Oh, it's like a little fortune teller. Your black tourmaline, yeah, there we are. Your black tourmaline guardian stone was soaked in a salt bath and charged under a blue moon. Well, black tourmaline is my favorite stone. And that is really awesome. That is so stinking awesome. How cool. And it's so like triangular looking and beautifully tumbled. It's a really nice little piece of black tourmaline. That's so neat. It's like a little fortune inside. Oh, wow. What a gorgeous business card. Okay. So I know that like from the Etsy site, I know that this is what the backs of these cards look like. But that is really stunning. What a beautiful business card. Yeah, wow. Well done, Heather. That's stunning. I admire that. That's beautiful. Wow, it gives me so many ideas. Okay. So that's her business card, and this is all very simple, and yet so, you know, so thoughtful and like artisanal. I love how she's considered this and put this together. It's not overly packaged, so you're not, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm wasting a lot here, which I appreciate deeply. Okay, I'm going to do my best not to kill this. Okay, there we go. That wasn't so bad. Okay. So nervous and excited. Okay, here we go. And look, it's actually been cut by hand. I love that. That's how I cut paper. It looks really bad. And that's like chewed up edges. I love it. It's just so natural and normal. That's exactly how I cut paper when I cut it. Jeez. Okay. We had more in common than I realized. Oh, look at that. The Indigo Alchemist Tarot by Heather Blumenthal. So we have a little blue book. This deck is dedicated to all the dreamers and wanderers, the creative souls who are changing the world with their authenticity, those who dare to be different, who shake up the collective by shining their bright light onto humanity. Wow. Oh my gosh. So we got a beautiful dedication to her family and friends. Oh, look at that font. Oh my gosh. Oh, Heather. I love that so much. Look what she did there. And this is like that. Okay, so if anyone's ever taken one of my classes before, when I make a syllabus, this is how I like to play. I always wish that they have color photocopiers at the universities. When I would bring in my syllabus, I would always have like different fonts for everything with different colors, and it would all be completely screwed up by black and white printers or going from, Mac, to, anyway, it was always a disaster. But this is stunning. I love it so much. Okay, so we've got all of the associations for each of the majors. Ooh, she changed colors for the minors. Look at that. I wonder if she changed colors for every suit. Nope, just stayed with... Oh, she kind of did. Look, swords. Swords are light blue. Oh my gosh. This just makes, it's just that little detail that makes a little white book that much more exciting. That's just cool. I think that's just cool. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so when the stars have collided and the sun has grown cold, although happiness evades your world and your world is amiss, your inner alchemist will transform your darkness to gold, illuminating the shadow, leading you out of the abyss. The universe speaks in hushed whispers. Listen closely. No truer words have ever been said. That has absolutely been my life experience. Sad part is you will spend time, this is just me talking, it's not anything Heather wrote. It's, that is sometimes you'll spend more time sitting in that darkness than is ever comfortable for anyone ever. And it may be days, hours, days, months, years. Usually you see the years in retrospect. At the time, the darkness kind of fades in and out of like gray and other colors, but it does end up better. It is transformed if you can stay with it. If you can stay with it. Wow, what a beautiful little book. I really like how she pulled that together. This all has such a feel, of being published at home, or, like published in-house, so to speak. And I really love that. I gotta be honest, I really do love that. Simon Lilly's decks are like that. I really appreciate that when creators just, decide that this is how they're going to cut costs and function. I don't know whether she prints these at home or whether they're, printed off site and she has them there at home, and I don't know, but oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Okay. So the Indigo Alchemist Tarot, yep, okay, leading you out of the abyss, then her info. So it's the same thing we just read. So beautiful. Okay, I'm going to get this stuff out of the way, even though I really am liking it. Okay, the backs of the cards, which are really stunning. The card stock is very thin. I'll be honest. This, I wonder if she might, I worry, I feel already, gosh, I love that. I feel already that this is probably going to be one of those decks that I want to use a lot. That's just an instinct or an impulse that I have. And so, I don't know. I'm wondering if there's maybe a better way to do this. I'm wondering too, like, I'm just looking at the way that they're edged to see if, there's something chewed up the process, the process of it. You can tell like where they were cut and how. There's just a little bit of chipping that has happened through the cutting process along the edges that easily pulls like off of the cards. I saw these on Veronica Jude's channel and she completely drew me in with them, and I fell in love with this deck just watching her. Veronica Jude did take, ooh, I'm struggling to pull him up. Got to go to the edge of the table. Veronica Jude did cut and trim hers, which I'm feeling like I may need to do just to kind of narrow this down, and I'll wait until I've got my new trimmers. But the Fool, moon dust in your lungs, stars in your eyes, you are a child of the cosmos, ruler of the skies. Which is a beautiful way, if you're looking at this archetypally, which I do, it's a beautiful way to look at the way the Fool is journeying into that, and where they're, how that process begins. The Magician holding the universe in the palm of his hand. And there's all of the components that come from the Fool's pouch that he's going to help transmute. Yeah. We don't see her have a pouch quite so much here, but I do love that it's a she. Okay. Wow, the High Priestess. Kundalini moving up her spine. Very, paying a lot of attention to a very Egyptian sort of viewpoint here. The Empress. The whole universe inside of her. There's a story in Tibetan traditions about a Dakini, a man that goes to seek a Dakini, and he's looking for her because he's looking for a teacher, and he encounters with this woman, and he's really patronizing to her and really, really annoying and mansplaining, and, of course I'm paraphrasing this really poorly, but essentially what she does after getting sick of hearing him, instead of correcting him and putting him in his place, she takes a trigug, which is a flaying knife, and she slices open her body and shows him what's inside. And inside there is the universe. And that is almost exactly what I pictured when I imagined that story. And my teacher was telling me it. And he's in awe of her and of course stops, and she says, I'm not the Dakini that you're looking for. I'm merely, the house servant. And so, he has entered into a home where even the servants are these extraordinarily deeply realized individuals, before he's even met the teacher. It's amazing. It's a story to go into another time, maybe in greater depth, but that is what that reminds me of, is that Dakini story. And the truth being that, even within this Empress archetype, there is this whole universe of possibility, and fecundity that's present there. Beautiful. And the Emperor, wow. So fascinating. He's containing everything and nothing shows on the outside, whereas some of what's in her is also outside of her. It's visible, whereas he's keeping it very, very, very quiet. But yet he's got all of this incredible esoteric information right at hand that he's looking into. He's holding the world and its outcome in the palm of his hand. It all sits with him. The Hierophant. Oh, wow. All the major world religions chaining up the hearts. The Sacred Heart. Wow. But even though it's chained, it shines and radiates anyway, which is so true. The Lovers. Beautiful Yabium type thing. We still get the snaking, Western Hermetic tradition, the universe unfolding and encircling them, maybe in support of that union. Beautiful. The Chariot. Oh my God, that's a scarab beetle. I love that so much. Wow. It's a hot air balloon scarab beetle with Isis wings. I just love that. And when you think about the meaning of the Chariot and needing to make the choice between, moving to a higher plane and coming back down to earth. I love this dichotomy, instead of it being a horizontal one, I feel like the Wild Unknown does this too with theirs, having that high-low representation. And in this one, the basket, that's where you're sitting, but if it's continuing to move up, you're going up with it. But the sandbags are the earth that you're dropping away in order to go higher. I just love that idea. And strength. That's going to take a little more contemplation. Strength is a card I really appreciate in a lot of decks. I think I'm going to make a video about strength at some point. The Hermit, wow. Wow, I love that. And there's the Hermit, he or she, and I love the androgynous nature of that card, is summoning the universe up through. Wow. Wheel of Fortune is stunning. Such a mandala. I love the inclusion of all of and it's in the sky. It's a sky mandala. It makes me wonder, Heather, have you studied Tibetan Buddhism before? There's something in here that runs through this that really is pulling me out and into that place, which I didn't expect. I love the zodiac. And I'm going to have to really study these in greater detail, but suffice it to say, love the zodiac stuff going on here. I mean, yeah, that's to me so much about what the Wheel of Fortune is. It's just, there are all of these different changing conditions, and, that's just the nature of the universe. It does that. The Wheel of the Zodiac. Okay. Oh, wow. Justice. Weighing of heart and mind. Wow. This one I've heard a fair few things about. I really like this card a lot. Honestly, it's I really appreciate that it breaks from tradition and that she took her own route with this, and this resonates with me very deeply. This person's not in danger. If she's lying on the highway or the road, which it's not, it's metaphorical. We're in the imaginal realm here. She is, she's at a crossroads in the universe. This is someone who's maybe been going one direction and realizes, wait a second, if I pause and lie down and stop looking directly at the road, but lie in the middle of it and take a different perspective, looking up at the sky, what then? The Hanged Man in the archetypal journey, if you've been through this, as part of an archetypal journey, not just as a representation within tarot cards, that journey is really tough. Once you've been in this place, your world is never going to be the same again. You're seeing everything that you once believed and thought to be true turned upside down. And so if you imagine being right side up and driving down the road in a particular direction the way we do, and then stopping and not looking at that road the way that you have before. I mean, I think it was Robert Bonomo in his video 21 Faces of God, which I'm still working on and I'm going to do a review of. He talks about the allegory of the cave and the allegory of Plato's cave, and which is just such a brilliant one for the Hanged Man, because it is about that change of perspective. I mean, imagine if you were looking at the sky for guidance instead of at the road. I mean, we did that. Excuse me. We did that. That was something that we all did as humans at one time before we started looking at GPS, or even, relying on and depending on roads to get us places. So much broader view, and something that's very, a lot closer to us. And if you think about the Hangman too, from his position being upside down, he's not only looking literally at the world upside down, but if he rests his eyes and closes them, the last thing he's going to see as he closes his eyes is the sky. Because if you're hanging upside down, as you close your eyes and rest them and let them relax, we all naturally begin to look down a little bit. You're seeing the sky instead of the ground. So beautiful. Love that. Thank you, Heather. Death. Wow. A beautiful death. A very green, like human composted death with a gold tooth. I love that gold tooth. There's gold to be mined, beauty to be mined out of that experience. As a death doula, I deeply appreciate where this is coming from. Oh, gorgeous death card. And again, with a blue sky behind it. Temperance. I don't know how I feel about this card. Very interesting. I love that there's a darkness and a lightness. I'll have to spend more time with this one. I'd like to say I get it, but I struggle to relate so much to a very sexy woman, albeit a drawn one, but beautiful, sexy, skinny woman. Yeah, with a teeny weeny bikini or tape, booby tape. But I'll relate to that one. The devil. Wow, there's so much that could go on in this devil. She kind of looks like a dakini, but the dakinis don't bother with bras. They just have boobs. I don't know if there were ever like another version of the deck. What would happen if I just, this is, my brain just goes these places. What would happen if if it was just boobs? I don't know. I'm used to seeing, it was shocking initially when I went into Tibetan, specifically Tara Mandala's temple, because you're faced suddenly when you walk in with 21 Taras that all have perfect gold naked boobs, breasts with erect nipples, all around you. It was really shocking, but yet it's so beautiful. I love it. And the Tara statues that I'm looking at getting all have, they're naked. And I believe my Vajra Yogini is naked. I haven't looked at her that closely in a while. And I stopped seeing the breasts anymore, but because I'm used to seeing them, I guess I'm now seeing underwear. But yeah, I wonder what it would be like if she didn't have, this. Yeah. Interesting anyway. The Tower. Ooh, seeing the movie of your universe, the movie of your life be destroyed in... Wow. The way you think it's going to go, the way that you see that video, the way you see that movie of your life going, suddenly being completely shattered. Yeah. Ooh, the Star. I remember this now. I love the rainbow star with a Pegasus, or that's a unicorn, not a Pegasus. Beautiful. Oh, and the Moon. Yeah, I'll spend a little more time with that Moon card. If the Moon is is it the universe shedding light on the Moon, or the Moon shedding light on the path of going deeper into the universal truth? That one I need a little more time with, I see. And the Sun, wow. That's gorgeous. The Sun on a sun lotus. Sun disk on a sun lotus. Again, very Tibetan. To me, anyway. Judgment. Ooh wee. Judgment with crows. Wow. Okay, and then the World. In the palm of your hand. Look at that. Which is absolutely what's going on there. Beautiful. Okay, so then we get into the suits. That was a bit longer than I expected I would take, but then that's not unusual for me. I can talk. So we get the Ace of Wands. Ooh, Two of Wands. Oh my gosh. I don't think I remember seeing this one before. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just taking that in. Wow, that's a lot. So seeing all of the possibility and two different pathways that you could take, which is absolutely what's in the Rider-Waite system, but she's drawn that without the need to put wands necessarily in there. She's hinting at them with trees instead. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Love that. 3 of Wands. I like that. Follow me. It's so subtle. Little tattoo. Follow me. Come this way. Walk this way. Yellow brick road. Oh, wow. 4 of Wands. So again, we see this perfect little house. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, the universe is in every card. This gorgeous universe. Oh, 5 of Wands. I love spiders. I used to have arachnophobia, and that's something for another time. But I will say, interestingly, the colors that she's been using for her sky have been more of like, they haven't had much green in them so much. They've been more of like a yellow blue. This blue is a lot greener. It's like a teal. And that has a particular resonance when you talk about spiders for me. Wow. Yeah. When I had a spider come to me in a dream once, it came through like a wavy wall, you know, like a wavy wall of heat, the way you get off a pavement. And it was that background color. Fascinating. 5 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Have your day in the sun. 7 of Wands. I forgot about this one. I love it. Yay. Yay, naughtiness. I love that. 8 of Wands. Look at that. Putting it out there in all different directions. Gosh, I mean, all these have so much extra depth in them that it really, there will be more time spent here. So 9 of Wands. I love the way he's peeking through that wall. Usually, I guess the guy is right in front of the wall of wands there, but this one's hiding behind them, which is interesting. He's got the universe in there with him. A little more confident. Wow, 10 of Wands under the thumb. And yet, look at that. If she can just roll away, she can roll right into the hand of the universe that'll catch her. Oh, wonderful vision. Again, I've heard people mention about the Page of Wands and all of the pages in this deck. This sold me personally on this deck. I really love this. I love this energy. I know it's obvious. Sometimes it's okay. This from someone who wants to learn to read, really esoteric systems of cards. Sometimes it's just so nice to have it spelled out for you. Hear ye, all princes and princesses. You are formally invited to use your passion to discover a new phase in your life. There's just no ambiguity about that. And classically speaking, and Veronica Jude points this out, I should link her review to this in her video. The way she speaks and the way her enthusiasm is just so infectious. I love her. But the simplicity of this is that, classically speaking, a page is a messenger. They deliver you a written message from an authority. And in this case, her authority is not ambiguous in any way. It's the universe. So it's very obvious what is coming. And she's, the element is fire. There's no ambiguity there. It's even burned through the page a little bit. But I love that. I love that. That's exactly how I see this. Knight of Wands, very Celtic, Viking, Nordic dude. I love that. Queen of Wands. Beautiful woman. Yeah. And the King of Wands. Oh my gosh. So I love this evolution too. Here we get something that's unmistakably Viking. We get something that's African or African American. And then we get something that's almost Aztec or Mayan. And yet each of these archetypes is telling us something very, very different, in terms of, you know, where they are, what the strength is. Wow, haunting. Beautiful. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Swords. And it's the realm of the mind. Can't mistake that. I just love her detail. Look at all of that detail. Yeah, beautiful. Two of Swords. Thank you. Yeah, it's not a... Yeah, that makes so much sense to me. Oh. I need to figure out what these runes are. So interesting. Yeah, that's how you feel sometimes with those swords. So her swords have... Sometimes it's more ambiguous than this. But, you know, I kind of like it when artists take them, you know, they take some liberty with it. You know, they're bringing their perspective to a particular card. You know, it's not always this dark, or challenging. Sometimes it's very calm, very peaceful, very quiet card. Things are in balance. The mind is in balance. Here, the mind is in conflict. That's all. And sometimes those two experiences look very similar. Interestingly, paradoxically. Three of Swords. Interesting that her swords, she chose arrows instead of swords, because sometimes arrows are used in the wands, but yeah, that's totally that experience. Oh, that's nice. And here the swords are candles. Again, I wonder if Heather, like as a Sagittarius, this makes great sense to me. I have almost all fire, water, and air in my chart, and no earth, which is interesting because my astrologer friends tell me that makes you reflect earth. But when it comes down to it, I have so much Sagittarius in my chart that like arrows are just, you know, arrows and fire. Woo! And arrows and fire and water together to me are really, really pretty awesome. But yeah, that's a great way of looking at Four of Swords. It is that kind of quiet, relaxed, meditative experience. There's mental balance and calm in there. Five of Swords, yeah, verbal swords, literally. And again, I've heard people criticize that there are words on here. As an artist, I like it when text is used in art. I'm also so literary and verbal. I'm a writer as well, and I have a degree in English. I love when people use words in art because it tells me, you know, my intellect, in order for my body mind to be fully joined, I have to satisfy my intellect, and sometimes these things are what satisfy the intellect and allow me to take in the imagery better. So personally, I love that. Six of Swords, yeah. And her head's down, yeah. Seven of Swords, Lady Gaga. I can't help but see Lady Gaga there. So provocative. It's so trickstery and provocative, and that's exactly what it is. Don't tell the secret. I'm going to do something devious here. But yet it's not dangerous. It's mental. It's suggested. I think. I need to contemplate these swords. They hold the universe within them. But how fun. And I actually really love Lady Gaga. I don't mind that I see her kind of in some sort of way depicted here. As a trickster. She is a trickster. She's brilliant. An Eight of Swords, yeah. Love that. And she's never abandoned completely. Nine of Swords, wonderful. And it's all in the mind. This is a genius. This I remember from other video reviews. I love this so much. Ten of Swords. Oh, and if you look closely on the rungs of this little ladder, which are higgled, you know, they're every other one. Each of them is a sword, and each of them holds the universe within it. So taking these universal steps out of this dark, deep hole. I can feel already this is going to be a great deck to read for clients with. The analogies are so immediate. And I feel like this also, when there's nothing too esoteric to try and have to dig into, but yet the images are so rich and meaty, there's so much there to get your teeth into. It's just so, I love it. I just love it. It's immediately accessible to somebody who's never read tarot, who might be scared. A Ten of Swords card is normally a very frightening card. This isn't scary. This gives you a sense that there are steps that you can take. It's like the Four Noble Truths in Buddhism about there being a path out of suffering. Yes, you're suffering. You're inside this hole, but it's okay. There is a way to get out of the suffering. And if you follow these steps, that's how you can get out. And it's going to be okay. And sometimes you'll find yourself at the bottom of the hole until you remember, hey, I know how to get out of this. And look, there's a ladder. It's right there. You're going to be okay. So that's a very reassuring Ten of Swords. And then we have the Page of Swords. Hear ye, hear ye. Here's our universe back here. All princes and princesses are formally invited to use your mental energy and enthusiasm to begin a new project. Yay! I love these page cards. Make me want to jump up and down and like cheer and get started on something. But I have a lot of I have a lot of that. I have to rein it in. Ooh, Knight of Swords. Okay, this time we have more like a Roman. It looks very Roman to me, Roman warrior. Another woman. Greek maybe? Kind of Greek, Greco-Egyptian. Those two cultures did kind of come together. And I love this owl symbology with a sword because the mind. I'm really loving, loving Kim Krantz's Wild Unknown Tarot. I've always loved it visually. I've actually started reading it and reading with it. And it is the most exciting freaking thing. I love it. Anyway, Queen of Swords, owl, wisdom, mastery, intelligence from a feminine perspective. Beautiful. King of Swords. Yikes. Oh, wow. All right. This is a Viking pirate, is what it looks like to me. Because these ravens look a lot like a pirate's hat. Okay. Viking pirate, black wolves. I love anything that's got black dogs on it. I'm a big black dog fancier. Wow. I'm going to need time with this guy because what I immediately see and what's actually there are very different. Okay. Ace of Cups. Pouring the universe into the cup. And she's holding it. I need to learn more about the Ankh symbol. It's just, I know I knew some more about it at one time. I just don't feel like I feel like there's a lot more to know and I'm not there. Okay. Ooh, look at the tattoos. Two of Cups. That's beautiful. Wow. Oh. Three of the mermaids. Oh, and their cups. I love it. And there's a dude. There's a merman, so it's not only women. Oh, Four of Cups. Interesting. Oh, and the dolphins. Those are dolphins. And they have the universe in them. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to re-examine that one. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. It took my brain a minute. Trying to remember Rider-Waite-Smith. So in Rider-Waite-Smith, it's the little... it's the four. There's 3 cups on the ground. The dude's under the tree. The little cloud fairy is trying to hand him another cup, and he can't take it. So being so self-absorbed and inside your own bubble that you can't see these wise. Look at those wise dolphin fairy beings with the whole universe in them, trying to get to her, and they can't because she created her own bubble. Oh my God, I love that so much. Okay, 5 of Cups. Oh, wow. Oh, Wow. It's a sunken treasure inside your heart that you're not able. Oh, wow. Okay, this is a lot deep. It's literally get it deeper. It's deeper than I thought. This I'll have to take some more time with. I love that. Oh my God, Heather, what did you do here? Six of Cups. Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite pulling that one together yet. All right, I'll take more time with it. Moving on. Seven of Cups. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I like that a lot. Eight of Cups. Oh, an octopus. And it's the universe. Oh, wow. Yeah. That one's another one that needs more space. There's some depth in there. Octopuses mean a lot to me. They're so weird and kind of not of this earth, but except that they are. And they live in great depths. Look at that. Nine of Cups. Yowie. So, oh, I don't think I really need to say very much. That's just, stunning. And the Ten of Cups. Yeah. It's so cozy and sweet. Wow. Peace. Okay, Page of Cups. Hear ye, hear ye. All princes and princesses are formally invited to get lost in your emotional inspirations and follow your dreams. Yay. Okay, water at the bottom there. Knight of Cups. Okay, got a literal knight. A Queen of Cups. Look at all of her pearls of wisdom. And she's not even... She is fully encompassed by water. So even at the very depths of emotion, the pearls of wisdom never leave her. The universe is firmly grounded within her. Wow. That is a level of mastery there. This one is so masterful, he commands the ocean. Just noticed. So these are the kinds of things that, yeah, when the cardstock and printing is not great. Look, these are brand new out of the box, but there's a little chip on the back. Honestly, I gotta say, these cards are so beautiful. I don't know what it would take. I just think it would be worth. I feel like it would be worth coming out with another edition of them, with better cardstock and maybe different printing method. You know, I think this would be something. If there were a Kickstarter, I'll say right now, I'm poor and there's not a lot I do. That's what am I trying to say? I have very little money right now, but I love other artists and especially other women artists and other women artists that have this level of depth to their being. I'd put in some serious cash. Heather, I think you're worth investing in. I think your deck is worth investing in. So give that one some thought because these are stunning. You know, you deserve better. This deserves better. These are so beautiful. Look at this. King of Cups, he's got the ability to, he can command the oceans. And the universe is in full support of his work. Wow. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh. Two of Pentacles. So this guy says spirit, health, work, family. He's holding it all in balance. Okay. I see. Yeah. All right. That's interesting that Heather, that you chose to put that there. But I get where you're going. I totally get where you're going. I don't know. I think I've heard this one criticized or like commented on in past as well, and um, I see it now. I do. I see it now because it gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things that are all being balanced there. But then we're verbalizing spirit, health, work, family. I don't think it, yeah, this is one where I get it. It totally makes sense. But the dynamic of two and of duality is being sacrificed for the sense of pulling things into balance. That's all. Still a great card. It's not gonna stop me from being able to read the deck with comfort. And I'm not gonna miss that dualistic dynamic. It's not like it doesn't exist other places within the deck. So 3 of Pentacles. Oh, it's 3. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That is ultimate collaboration. They're rowing through the universe collaboratively, all 3 of them. What a genius frickin' collaboration. I love that. That tells me, that gives me collaboration all like in a way that's very immediate. I love it. Thank you. 4 of Pentacles. Yes. I love this dragon. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we've all been there. We want all the things, all the stuff, and it's all mine. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, look, it's so esoteric you can't possibly unlock it and get in to see what's inside. Such an interesting way to view that. I wish I knew what all these meant, because I don't. I think these are in Hebrew. Oh my gosh, I gotta read up on this card. I love it. That is so... See, she'll make things that are so like immediate, obvious, and apparent, and then she'll throw you a zinger. That's, I mean, there's so much intelligence in her work. I admire that so much, and yet it's so accessible. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. Wow. What you put in, you get back in spades, so to speak. Isn't that amazing? It's, wow, I love that so much. 7 of Pentacles, great analogy for that. Watching it, watching time and the universe do its work. And it's not necessarily, you know, that's so interesting. And it's going from high up into, you know, it's going from the imaginal into the material. And that's just literally the time it takes. And I'm going to get into what those symbols all are and what they mean. She's done her homework, y'all. She's done her homework. 8 of Pentacles. That's stunning. I feel like I want a little more time with 8 of Pentacles to really unpick that. But I love it. It's being pollinated. 9 of Pentacles. It's all coming together. Oh, okay, that's a leaf. She's fanning herself with a leaf. Well, I'm not sure the universe is taking care of it now. I'm not sure this one. I'm going to have to take more time on this one. It's usually the woman with all the fruit standing under the arbor. So we still have a lot of that suggestion here, but this one doesn't make as much sense to me yet. Okay, and then 10 of Pentacles. Wow, it's a map. Rainbow Rocks, Crescent Moon Bay, Fantasia Forest, Proud Peaks, Crystal Coves, Indigo Lagoon. I guess this, I mean, yeah, this one makes less sense to me than I would have expected somehow. Crescent Moon Bay. I mean, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, it's having it all. It's all there. I Oh, look at that. Okay, X marks the spot. Okay, yeah, the treasure, it's the treasure map. Oh, it's a treasure map. Well, I'm going to need more time with Ten of Pentacles to fully unpack this one. It's not as immediate. I feel like this is one of those cards that is a little harder. I don't know. I just wonder if there's a better analogy or a more immediate way. I don't know. It doesn't have the, I guess because it doesn't have the esoteric intelligence of some of the other cards, you know, and the depth, at least at first glance. But at the same time, it's not as immediately, obvious or evocative. And the universe is providing the compass. I get that. And the universe, I guess, is giving the map. I need a little more time with that one. Okay, our last page. Hear ye, all princesses and princes. You are formally invited to lay out a plan to practically reach your goals. Boy, do I need to do that. I will take that invitation. All right, so we have our Knight of Pentacles. Looks very much like a Northwest tribe, or possibly an Asian, Japanese. I don't know what the word is that I want. Kind of like a shaman, or it's very tribal, very tribal. But then all of the knights have been. The knights have all been very tribal on some level. Queen of Pentacles, wow. Things come to fruition from her body. She thinks it, and then it is created. It grows. Beautiful. But she's got her eyes closed. She's breathing. She's trusting her body and her natural, organic sense of who she is and what she is. Wow, such a praise of femininity in this card. Wow. Glorious. And then finally our King of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure this one resonates as well for me as the Queen does. This has, for me, something of the Magician. That's probably not a wrong thing. It feels more like the Magician to me. Of course, the Magician is taking, universal and imaginal, and he's manifesting as well. And the Empress is often resonates with Queen of Pentacles. And yet, the way she's differentiated, Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, which is the universe inside the body, is very different. And feels completely appropriate. Yeah, this one feels a very Magician to me, which is probably appropriate because the King, the King of Pentacles is going to represent some mastery, but in a very masculine way, whereas this is a very feminine way of bringing these principles into being. Women can, it's hard. This has effort to it and material effort to it. This is much more passive and functioning through, mental, imaginal in order to bring it into fruition. So, very deep deck of cards. Beautiful. I will definitely be edging them in some way, and I will probably have to think through whether I want to trim, the edges or not. I kind of feel like I will. But again, it's absolutely stunning. I feel very confident about reading for a client with these. And I would just say, yeah, Heather, if you ever think about doing another version of these, with a thicker card stack, possibly, with maybe reimagining, redrawing some of the cards that are regularly pointed out as a problem, or just making minor adjustments, but without ever, don't ever sacrifice. Of course, you don't ever have to take my advice, and it's take it for what it's worth. But reimagining certain aspects here or there that may have changed within you, and staying true to the things that you know to be true at the same time. You could take this from an already exceptional deck into something that maybe goes a little bit more mainstream. I would love to see this deck more in use. It's got so many positive qualities that could be shared. So there we are. That's my view of the Indigo Alchemist deck. And inevitably, I will bring updates about how much I'm loving it and enjoying it.